Hello everyone, this is Joe Nerd, and this is
Stevie T.
This is a Nerd Out with your
Book Out.
And so we're doing a review on a book called Ready Player One
By Ernest Cline.
Ernest Cline, and
you might have heard of it because Steven Spielberg picked up the rights for the book to turn it into a movie. So if you're up on Steven Spielberg stuff, then you'll notice this is if you didn't know it was based on a book, it is. And I will say, it's an amazing book. It's really good. It's very easy to read. It's very simple. It's not complicated at all. So I mean, you can put it down and pick it up and not be lost. It might even be written for people younger, for our age bracket. But
okay, I'm listening.
but what kept me involved and kept us involved are two main factors. One, it's 80s pop culture and the music and the movies and everything. And the second thing is the video games. The video games in it were, if you've ever played any type of online game, and I don't mean like Call of Duty, I mean maybe Call of Duty, but you know we're avid WoW players, so that really sucked me into it. Is that part of it? And when you read the book, you'll understand what I'm saying.
If you've played any MMORPG
any
game,
MMO, anything you've ever to work for,
yeah,
in a game,
yeah,
you'll
you know,
understand.
yes, for sure. And the book has a lot of 80s pop culture like references.
Movies, music, games.
It mentions. We're not giving spoilers, but it gives mention to Voltron and just different things.
Yep.
And these are toys that I loved and I
I
had when I was a kid. I have pictures with me and Voltron, and I was just like, holy crap, there's Voltron, and just different things. I'm like, hell yeah, man,
we're in it.
You know, yeah.
Basically, the book takes place in the future, and it's about this kid in high school, and he goes to school online. Everything is online in the future. Like it's kind of like the Matrix, but sort of not. You plug in, you're online,
Yep.
and the creators of this virtual complete world, one of the co-creators, he dies. And he leaves his whole fortune. Imagine Bill Gates dies and said, hey, I painted a rock blue with the Microsoft logo and I hid it somewhere in the whole world. Whoever finds it gets my $30 billion.
That's essentially the premise of this book.
That's what happens. But he does it in the virtual world where you have to go find these 3 different Easter eggs that he's hidden. Now, this guy grew up in the 80s, so that's why that's where the 80s things comes in. So you have to be up on your 80s culture because these kids are in the future, they don't know, so they study it. Anyway, so that's why they're online, they're hunting it down, and no one's found anything for I don't know how many years until the beginning of their book. And one gets found. So, that being said.
Yeah. It's a virtual, again, Stephen T. mentioned, it's a virtual reality world. I mean, you have obviously real world, but the majority of the book takes place in the virtual reality. You go to school in virtual. Am I too much of a spoiler? Okay, you go to school.
No, it's okay.
So this is like advanced virtual reality. You go to school in it, and you from your home, from your house, you plug in. You do this. You can go. You can do different activities besides just play a game.
Right, and I recommend if you have. I feel like it's a good book to read to your kids at night or something because there's no vulgar language, there's no blood and guts, nothing like that. It's a very, like I said, it's easy to understand, easy to read, good for young adults, young kids to read. But all right, let's get straight to it. The rating system.
All right,
beginning, middle, and end. What do you got?
I give it.
The beginning was slow for me.
Right, I was just gonna say I give the beginning an 8.5.
That's a slow.
It was slow.
Okay, all right.
But I still love the book.
You loved it.
I ate this book up, man. It was
all right.
I ate it up. 8.5, 9 to 10.
Whoa, that is the first 10 rating out of this guy.
And
the first 10 rating
as a
out
whole,
of this guy.
As a whole, 9.5.
Wow. Okay. All right. So my beginning, I'm gonna cut your legs off, man. I'm gonna give it a 6. I was the beginning because it was not that it was slow, but anyone who's played an MMO, he explains things that you kind of already understand. So I already was over it. But the book was good, but still, it was for me. It was very
cool.
slow.
All right.
But
to each his own.
Yeah. The middle definitely way sucked in. It jumped right to an 8 real quick. Once the book got going and grabbed me, skyrocketed to an 8. And then ultimately it finished at a 9. So I'm going to give my overall is easily an 8.5 for sure. I know the beginning, I said is a 6, but that's just me. Overall, 8.5.
Okay.
Overall,
I gave it overall.
would you read it again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I give this book a 9.5.
I'm gonna definitely read it again right before the movie comes out for sure.
Yeah, they're coming out with a movie,
Which helps.
And
it's Spielberg, so.
Oh man! And then when he, that's right. This is just a review.
This is a review video.
That's right. Sorry. All right. So the next video is going to be the discussion with spoilers.
Yes, with spoilers. So if you've read the book already and you want to talk about it, look for that video. Otherwise, like this video after you read it or before you read it. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment. We'll respond.
And the next video again is going to be a discussion on Ready Player One, right? And with spoilers.
With spoilers.
Okay.
We're also going to review Ender's Game that's coming up soon, so make sure you look out for that by Orson Scott Card. We don't know when we're going to be able to get it done, but that's next on the list.
All right. Here we go.